This is the moment the Nigerian army opened fire on young protesters.
Don't kill this guy, don't kill him! Sit down!
The shooting was captured on mobile phones and even live streamed on Instagram.
See, they have shot so many people!
Massacre without blood or bodies.
By your own narration, nobody died at school.
Yes, my lord.
But we've been investigating and speaking to grieving families who are still looking for answers.
They are liars because it happened to me.
I lost my best friend because of SARS.
To understand why the Lekki Special Anti-Robbery Squad, known as SARS for short, was a police unit set up in 1992 to counter a wave of armed robberies by criminal gangs across Lagos and southern Nigeria. But over the years, SARS developed a reputation for brutality. Then, in October 2020, this video goes viral. It allegedly shows SARS officers shooting a man and then stealing his car. Authorities deny SARS are responsible, but after years of fear and frustration, the hashtag Endsars starts trending on Twitter. Olalekan Abidin, also known as Biggie, is a regular at the tollgate protest in Lekki. His family don't feel comfortable showing their faces on camera, but they want to let us know what Biggie was like.
He wasn't someone who would keep a grudge because he was jovial. In our area, he was popular because he was sociable and outgoing. If I ever needed anything, he would support me. There is so much I miss about him.
Despite the government announcing they will dissolve SARS, the protests continue. The government says hoodlums are hijacking the movement. On a 20-hour curfew, it starts at 4 p.m. that day. A group at the Lekki tollgate defies the order. Victor Sunday is one of them.
He's a comedian, so he'd like to act comedy and sing song. My brother was important, very, very important for me. He's my right hand.
Victor arrives at the tollgate in the afternoon. It's his first time attending a protest. Also in the crowd was Nathaniel's brother, Abuta.
He's a very nice boy. Have respect on me. Anything that I told my brother to do, he would do. He's the one who took my children go to school, coming back.
Nathaniel got a call that Abuta had been shot and he rushed to the scene.
I see a crowd of people gather for where is my brother on the ground, at ribs, by the rib side.
This video shows Abuta on the ground. It's his aunt's voice you can hear in the background. She's the one filming. Days after the shooting, Nathaniel took his brother back to the village to bury him. First to cast doubt on the events of that night is the army. A week after their first denial, the army admits soldiers were at the Lekki tollgate, but says they didn't open fire on any civilians.
They were pelted, and their response was to fire blank ammunition into the air. They were the peaceful protesters, no doubt, but they were also the hoodlums who sought to take advantage.
So at Lekki tollgate, the troops under Colonel Bello were armed with blanks and live bullets.
Yes, my lord.
After admitting that soldiers were armed with live ammunition, the army has not yet responded to further requests to give evidence. But what about the other authorities there on the night? In the immediate aftermath of the shooting, the governor visits what he describes as shooting victims at nearby hospitals. He calls the incident the toughest night of our lives. A doctor at one of the hospitals later speaks of overwhelming scenes as dozens of people with gunshot wounds flood into his emergency room.
This is a case of a mass casualty. Priority is to save life.
Elisha was searching hospitals hoping to find his brother Victor.
I was checked, even searched at a general hospital at Lagos there, and one hospital like that, many places that are searched, but I could not find him. Up till now, I can't find him. I would like to see my brother's dead body, you know, because he's my brother and I'm supposed to bury him.
Amnesty International estimates at least 12 people were killed across 2 protest sites on the night of the 20th of October. But many people are too scared to speak. And we've seen the threats some of them have received, messages telling them to stay quiet. But each video taken that night is a piece of proof. This video of Victor Sunday shows the exact time and location it was taken. Using metadata, we've been able to verify videos from the Lekki tollgate that night. This is what it would have looked like during the day, but this is what it looked like that night.
Everywhere full, scattered and blood flew everywhere. You know, or even though the traffic light and the camera was break, they just shut everything down.
But Nigeria's Minister of Information, Lai Mohammed, disagreed.
Available evidence so far points to the worst first case of massacre without blood or bodies.
People died. I saw it at Lekki tollgate. That's where they killed him.
Did the actions of protesters like Victor, Biggie and Abuta actually change anything in Nigeria? In the last year, nationwide panels have been set up to investigate police brutality, and some families have been given compensation for the damage done by SARS. But no one has been held accountable for the Lekki tollgate shootings.
I miss a lot of things because there's nobody that we can sit down and talk and advise ourselves for our children's futures to come. If I know that something else will happen to my brother, I could tell him that not to go anywhere.
It's still unclear who sent the army to Lekki tollgate and ordered them to shoot at protesters. The presidency has said investigations into the incident are ongoing.